Welcome to the Path to Better A1C, the podcast where I break down the science of health and wellness around different topics that may impact your A1C and your blood sugar levels. Hopefully, I will help you take charge of your blood sugar and your overall well being. I am Jenny Pena, your host on this journey to better health. If you're a busy professional looking to prevent diabetes, lower your A1C, reclaim your energy, this is the podcast for you. Now, today, we are going to cover the hidden hormonal connection between menopause and blood sugar, which actually has a very close connection to your prediabetes risk. So let's talk about this. We're going to tackle this issue that while it is talked about a lot when it comes to menopause and premenopause, especially women in their 40s and 50s, there is not much talk about the connection between the hormones, perimenopause, menopause, and blood sugar regulation. So if you're dealing with unexplained weight gain, sugar cravings, energy crashes, stubborn belly fat, your hormones could actually be at the root of the problem. So in this episode, I am going to break down exactly what's happening in your body and share 5 simple science-backed steps that you can start incorporating today to regain that balance. Now, grab your coffee or a drink of choice, get comfy, and let's dive right in. Now, let's dig into understanding the connection. Hormones and blood sugar are deeply connected. And during midlife, that's 40s, 50s, that balance shifts dramatically. Estrogen, progesterone, insulin, cortisol, they all play a role in how your body processes glucose and stores fat. Now, what happens during perimenopause and menopause? Right? There are 3 major things that happen. Declining estrogen levels, right? These actually increase your insulin resistance. It makes it harder for your cells to absorb glucose efficiently, right? Then you have higher cortisol levels, the stress hormone. And why is that? That's because of the sleep disturbances, right? And the midlife stress that actually pushes your blood sugar to spike and also causes your body to start creating fat storage. And then you have progesterone fluctuations, which can cause cravings, fatigue, increased appetite. So you see how these 3 things are interconnected and how you can put all of these together and you realize, this is actually what may be causing all of these changes. Now, this combination can make weight loss feel impossible. Some of my clients actually come, and that's exactly what they say. Everything that I tried before, Coach Jenny, everything used to work. I knew exactly what I needed to do if I needed to lose some weight. Now, nothing is working. And it becomes harder. And sadly, with weight gain and fat storage, especially in the midsection, it creates a risk element for developing prediabetes and type 2 diabetes. Now, what are some of the symptoms of hormonal imbalance? And now, you need to watch for these signs. 1, unexplained weight gain. A lot of my clients come, I need help. I don't understand. My habits have not changed. A lot of things have not changed. And all of a sudden, I'm gaining all this weight. Right? That's one thing. Fatigue, afternoon energy crashes, intense sugar cravings, intense hunger, poor sleep, constantly waking up in the middle of the night, mood swings, feelings of anxiety, and even feelings of depression, brain fog, difficulty concentrating, hot flashes, night sweats. If you're nodding along these symptoms, most likely your hormones could be playing a big role in your metabolism and also your blood sugar control and your energy levels. Now, there are two things that I am going to share that you can incorporate. One, and as a health coach, I love to provide my clients with tools and strategies that they can actually do naturally through food, to dietary changes, to lifestyle changes. That's like the first line of recommendation for me as a health coach. So, foods that support hormonal health, they're plenty and they're delicious. Now, this will impact not just your hormones, but also your blood sugar levels. Leafy greens. So start incorporating spinach, kale, Swiss chard. So if you typically go for that regular lettuce salad, start swapping that for some greens. It has a lot of magnesium. It helps blood sugar control, and it actually improves your sleep as well. Fatty fish, salmon, sardines, mackerel, rich in omega 3s, and they help not just hormonal balance, but also reduces inflammation. Now, these are things that I recommend everyone, not just for hormonal balance, but also for fiber foods, flax seeds, and chia seeds. They contain phytoestrogens that help regulate your estrogen levels. So add them to your salads for a crunch. If you do overnight oats, if you have some yogurt, throw some of the flax seeds or chia seeds, and that's a great way of helping support your hormonal balance. Avocados, healthy fats that support not just hormone production but stabilizes your blood sugar. It brings balance. They have a lot of fiber as well, and they're accessible at all places. Right now, I think everywhere in the US you can find avocados. So, berries. Berries is another thing that you should incorporate in your diet. They're high in fiber and antioxidants, and they actually combat oxidation and stress. So, and they're also low in the glycemic index. So, they're great. Incorporate them. Nuts and seeds, almonds, walnuts, pumpkin seeds. They have essential fatty acids and they also aid metabolism. Now, fermented foods. In this whole thing about probiotics and all of these, remember that you don't need to take everything from a supplement. It doesn't necessarily have to be like that. So if you incorporate yogurt, kimchi, sauerkraut, they all have these elements that will promote not just gut health, but they're crucial for hormone regulation. Now, if you're talking about lifestyle changes, right? We talked a lot about the food and things that you should incorporate in your diet. Let's talk about 5 simple steps that you can take and start right now for balancing hormones and improving blood sugar. One, and that I say all the time to all of my clients, hormonal balance or imbalance, it doesn't matter. Focus on protein and healthy fats. It will prevent your blood sugar spikes and it will support hormone production. If you eat balanced meals and you focus on these nutrients, you're going to see a difference. 2, manage stress with mindfulness because stress elevates your cortisol levels and it actually impacts your insulin sensitivity. So things like meditation, deep breathing, daily walks, they all help regulate it. Now, the third thing, prioritize sleep. Why? Because poor sleep disrupts hormonal and blood sugar balance. So try to get at least 7 hours of sleep. And I know we're all busy, but make it a priority. You're going to be more focused. You're going to have more energy. You're going to be more efficient to tackle all that to-do list that you probably have, and you're going to be just fine. Item number 4, strength training, and daily movement. Even if, and I hate using even if before anything, but even if it is 5 minutes, if you take a 5 minute walk, if you march in place for 5 minutes, I had a challenge that I called it 5 for 5. I had 5 moves that you can do in 5 minutes for 5 days, and you will work out the entire body, all calisthenics, no equipment. 5 minutes can make a difference every day for 5 days. I'm telling you. So incorporate that. And fifth, reduce processed carbs and sugar. If you focus on the fiber rich whole foods, you will avoid a lot of these sugar crashes and hormonal imbalances. And when I say this, I don't mean it in a way of labeling certain things as good or bad or practicing a lot of restrictive diets, because that is definitely not my vision and mission. And I believe that actually is not sustainable. And I have a very strong stance on that. Balance is key. 80/20. Focus on the things that you should have on your plate and then add other things if you wish. But prioritize the things that are higher in nutrients, balance your plate, watch your ratios, and you're going to see that you're going to be able to enjoy everything that you eat, and you're going to have great blood sugar levels and great energy levels. That's what I have seen after working with almost 200 people. Now, final thoughts. Balancing hormones and blood sugar, it doesn't have to be overwhelming. A lot of people come to me and they are overwhelmed. They just can't figure things out. So small, consistent changes to your diet, stress levels, exercise, sleep can help you regain control of your health and prevent diabetes. I have covered, I believe it was episode 2 or 3, but if you really want to understand how to incorporate habits in a sustainable way, go back to that episode if you have not listened to. I go over how to build a SMART goal, how to do, again, focusing on one thing so that you don't get overwhelmed. Small changes create big, sustainable results. So let's keep the conversation going. Now, if you found today's episode to be helpful, be sure to check out the show notes for any links that are related to my website, my social media. There may be some resources there and ways of getting in contact with me. I would love to hear how you feel. What have you tried that works? And maybe what have you tried that has not worked? I would love to hear from you. Subscribe so you never miss an episode. New episodes of The Path to Better A1C, they drop every Friday morning. So make it a part of your Friday morning routine or maybe of your weekend coffee. And thank you so much for tuning in and allowing for me to be a guest in terms of your time. Take care of yourself. Remember to take one step at a time. And continue to focus on improving your health.